What could be better than a race weekend every weekend in the month of July? How about 2 races in 1 weekend? We give you race 2 from the Iowa Speedway.
Race fans, it's time for those most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command, please welcome University of Iowa football player, Jay Higgins.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
At the Iowa Speedway, your championship leader, Alex Palou, will lead the field to green. Alongside him is Rosenquist. Malukas and Newgarden sit third and fourth. We have the green flag and we have racing here at the Iowa Speedway. 3 abreast, 4 abreast down into turn 1. Running the low line, and Palou trying to scamper away already as the field gets underway for race 2.
Watching Joseph Newgarden, he wants to make quick work of those top 3 cars. He's already up to third. He's already deposed. There's
a big hit.
Turn 4.
Underneath our camera position, and that is Devlin DeFrancesco.
Was that McLaughlin as well?
It is McLaughlin. One of the drivers we had expected to be making moves up. He grinds to a halt on the grass, his rear wing damaged, and what a shame for one of the most electrifying races in the field yesterday.
Remember back to the second race of the season at Thermal, it was these 2 drivers on the start at the back of the field that also crashed. Let's see if we can figure out what happens. There is Scott McLaughlin in that light blue Gallagher car just hanging out high, and unfortunately Devlin just loses it and clips the back of Scott McLaughlin.
Did McLaughlin get into him? Did Dev have to check up a little bit there?
What could be better than a race weekend every weekend in the month of July? How about 2 races in 1 weekend? We give you race 2 from the Iowa Speedway.
Race fans, it's time for those most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command, please welcome University of Iowa football player, Jay Higgins.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
At the Iowa Speedway, your championship leader, Alex Palou, will lead the field to green. Alongside him is Rosenquist. Malukas and Newgarden sit third and fourth. We have the green flag and we have racing here at the Iowa Speedway. 3 abreast, 4 abreast down into turn 1. Running the low line, and Palou trying to scamper away already as the field gets underway for race 2.
Watching Joseph Newgarden, he wants to make quick work of those top 3 cars. He's already up to third. He's already deposed. There's a big hit. Turn 4.
Underneath our camera position, and that is Devlin DeFrancesco.
Was that McLaughlin as well?
It is McLaughlin. One of the drivers we had expected to be making moves up. He grinds to a halt on the grass, his rear wing damaged, and what a shame for one of the most electrifying races in the field yesterday.
Remember back to the second race of the season at Thermal, it was these 2 drivers on the start at the back of the field that also crashed. Let's see if we can figure out what happens. There is Scott McLaughlin in that light blue Gallagher car just hanging out high, and unfortunately Devlin just loses it and clips the back of Scott McLaughlin.
Did McLaughlin get into him? Did Dev have to check up a little bit there?
The damaged cars of Scott McLaughlin and Devlin DeFrancesco being taken back. There is O'Ward now putting the move on Daly. Up on the inside, can he? No, not quite, because Daly's going high on willpower. I love this from Connor Daly, trying to take the bite right away. And that's just going to open it up for Pato to have a look as well.
There is nobody more comfortable at this racetrack in the high to quite high territory than Connor Daly. Sensational yesterday on the restarts. I thought he looked a little out of line, though, on the restart. I wonder if race control is going to look at that. It looked like he was not in column formation as Pato O'Ward, thanks to Aero, starts to lean back into his setup and try to make some work on Connor.
Newgarden starting to catch up once again to the back of Palou as Palou himself gets to the back of Rinus VeeKay.
Let's listen to a little bit of radio here from Joe New and just find out how punchy is the driver sitting in second right now.
Still got 3 cars messing around with that tight second lane. Not as good as it was, but they're still messing with it. Clear by 10.
So that's great information from the spotter there, Mike Ford, letting Joseph Newgarden know as Newgarden clears Rinus VeeKay there that, hey, there's cars running that high lane. And why that's important, it lets Joseph know the track's clean up there. You don't want to go up there as Connor Daly and Palou Award
Yeah.
just swapped position, so Palou Award going forward, but you do not want to go high if nobody's been running there because the marbles from the tires, spent rubber will have accumulated offline, so great information from the spotter, critical around here.
Lap 50 coming up of 275. O'Ward chooses now to make his move on Connor Daly, move up into 5th spot and go hunting after Felix Rosenquist. We sit back on board car to see Vestimo with Joseph Newgarden. Yellows are out, caution is out, and that is Stingray Rob into the barriers. And
Turn 2. I agree with you. That was a very strange and abrupt hit. Newgarden looks to be to the outside of Alex Palou, and there he goes. The move to the front. Newgarden grabs the lead back.
Beautiful from Joseph Newgarden. The king of corn country retakes his rightful position at the front of the field. And how much now can he stretch his legs and run away and hide? We saw him lead beautifully yesterday. Seems to have the entire race under control, and he's back where he loves to be.
And a huge bit of relief for Joseph Newgarden and David Malukas. No action on that last pit stop, so the release is deemed to be safe.
This is an absolute masterclass from Joseph Newgarden today, just cutting through the field with ease.
Well, remember yesterday, we never really got a full fuel entire run as he now goes after Alex Palou, and he's doing this saying, I've got a vibration, I want to pit as soon as possible. He's trying to hang out for another 10 laps or so, but Malukas is still on the charge.
He is indeed, Kevin, and he may have a vibration, he may have troubles out there on track, but he's giving Alex Palou troubles out there on the racetrack as well. A beautiful drive from Malukas right now, and Alex Palou is under pressure.
One of the things from inside the cockpit is when you feel a vibration or you feel the tires going off, you can get on the radio screaming, he's got another run, not quite there.
I thought Palou was going to get into the wall there at the exit of turn 2. He got way high, and I think up into that dirty gray section, and now Malukas is coming.
Now he's got him, now he's got the advantage, he's up on the inside, and that shows how hard Malukas was pushing Palou, that he got up that high, that he made that mistake, and this is a driver who we know doesn't often make those mistakes and will not give the position up. Has to go round high, has to go round long. Malukas, though, will have the inside line, will have the lower line, and this is wonderful. Side by side and wheel to wheel between the wily championship leader, the multiple champion Alex Palou, and the up-and-comer and David Malukas. Joseph Newgarden has just rolled the dice, and it's come up snake eyes. Decided to take the early stop, came in, and just as he did, Marcus Ericsson crashes coming out of turn 4, bringing out the full course caution. There's Newgarden going in. There's Ericsson going high.
Looks
James,
eerily similar
like
to Kirkwood, but we still have 143 laps in this race.
Well,
Newgarden can drive his way to the front.
Yeah, I don't think he should be worried about too much.
Joseph Newgarden was the leader of this race, but had to pit early to take on fuel. When he did so, Marcus Ericsson crashed out of the race, meaning that Newgarden lost all of that position, all of that hard work undone, fell back through the field, and we've got a crash. 4. We've got yellows out, and that's quite a big one. I think it's a Prema.
Callum Ilott.
Out of Ilott again.
That was right in front of Alex Palou, our race leader. He was running in the wheel tracks of the 90, similar to Siegel yesterday.
Luckily, though, looks like more of a glancing blow.
I have to laugh because
glancing.
If you've ever felt a glancing blow like that, you would think you were just dropped off the 14th story of a parking garage.
No changes for Alex Palou, but as fuel and tires for him, and he's going to lead the field off pit lane in front of Malukas.
Joseph Newgarden has made up a ton of positions. Connor Daly will be up to 3rd place as well. As the order shakes out, as they leave pit lane, it's Palou, Malukas, Daly, O'Ward, 1 and 2 in the championship. We go back to green, and Malukas already over the back of Alex Palou, looking up the inside of the race leader, or who was the race leader, but Palou keeps his foot stuck in and takes the offensive now to Kyle Kirkwood. Palou wants to get it done immediately around the outside of his championship rival, but Kirkwood keeps it stuck in and will run him high. Palou, though, will not let it go, as he didn't do with Malukas, as he hasn't done now with Kirkwood. These two rivals going wheel to wheel, corner by corner, and still Kirkwood fights with Alex Palou, and still Carl Kirkwood keeps to the inside, and still Carl Kirkwood keeps the advantage, and now Palou's coming for him around the outside, and will have the pace, and should have the position if Kirkwood yields. But he won't, and Kirkwood remains with him, but now Palou does indeed retake the lead of this race, and Malukas looking to take advantage of Kirkwood losing his pace and having a check-up, and Malukas sweeps through into second.
That's new tires versus old tires, guys. Those that pitted have such an advantage with fresh Firestones. We see Ferrucci and the 26 of Herta side by side.
Great opportunity for Joseph Newgarden right now with a bit of clean air to really close that gap on Alex Palou and David Malukas. One car to clear right now. I think that's Graham Rahal just ahead of Newgarden. It is. But look at that, now under 5 seconds the gap and closing. Look at the hay that Newgarden's making here in Core Country.
2 to 3 tenths of a second a lap faster than Palou over the last few.
Palou trying to go to the inside there on Rosenqvist and backs out. This is going to give Newgarden a chance to close the gap to under a second. And now he's in the same view.
In the same picture, in the same queue. There is Palou. Behind him is the car of VK. Then it is Malukas who makes the move now. But there is the red and white car of Joseph Newgarden, who is very much in the fight. Back once again, despite falling back, despite taking that gamble and it not paying off. That is the undeniable pace today. In fact, of this entire weekend and his whole history on this track of Joseph Newgarden. 6 times a winner here. You can never count him out.
And the disadvantage that Alex Palou has right now is he's the first guy up to all these lap cars. He's got to make that room. Once he gets alongside, he creates an opportunity. Those lap cars usually will have to lift.
Newgarden goes for it, puts the move on Malukas, and that's second place for Joseph Newgarden. What an astonishing fight back. Now within a second of the race lead. What a drive, what a day. 39 to go at Iowa, and Joseph Newgarden is coming for Alex Palou. Now Newgarden has the run. Now Newgarden takes the move. Now Newgarden runs for the lead of the race. Wheel to wheel and side by side. Palou goes high and Newgarden leads.
Malukas goes through by Palou as well, up to second place, and Newgarden back to the point. Now it's a Chevy 1-2.
Unbelievable. Newgarden back to what he will always see as his rightful place at the lead of the field. Joseph Newgarden leads with 34 to go. Malukas is second. Palou in an instant has gone from the lead down to third, with O'Ward catching. Palou leads the race. And why? Because the Chevy runners have come in to stop. First Connor Daly, then David Malukas, then the man who was leading this race, Joseph Newgarden, and Newgarden has exited the pits, believe it or not, behind David Malukas. So this the onboard for Newgarden stop, and this is the reason why he fell behind Malukas. There was a bobble and a slow getaway.
Go, still clear.
Slow getaway then for Newgarden. And there's a yellow out, and I think it's Herta up in the wall.
It is turn 3, and this is a killer for Newgarden.
These two made contact earlier, and Lundgaard goes to make the move immediately, gets past Schwartzman and has a look at Dixon, and Rosenqvist wants in on the action as well. Now on the inside of Robert Schwartzman, onto the mini backstretch, tucked up underneath the rear wing of Christian Lundgaard. It's Felix Rosenqvist hoping to make it a 1-2-3-4 for Honda.
And Joseph Newgarden was able to clear David Malukas.
And here comes Schwartzman back against Lundgaard. Schwartzman up to 4th.
Oh, a little wiggle there from the number 2 of Joseph Newgarden. That's going to give Malukas a run off of 2.
And O'Ward wants to take it as well. Malukas does get through. O'Ward taking the advantage, and Newgarden drops back.
Malukas now on the outside of Rosenqvist. Rosenqvist falling back as Newgarden pulls out, trying to go on the inside of O'Ward, but O'Ward holds the position.
What a run from David Malukas as O'Ward now gets back around the outside of Felix Rosenqvist. Has Dixon got anything for Alex Palou? He's dragging something back, but it's remaining at about 0.6 of a second.
And now Alex Palou has traffic. Graham Rahal there really going to slow up Alex Palou. This could give Dixon a chance on the final lap.
Is this what Scott Dixon needs? We are on the last lap. Palou has struggled with traffic all the way through the day. Dixon senses an opportunity. Dixon looks to take a move, but Palou has it covered. Palou will lead his teammate home. It will be a Ganassi 1-2. Alex Palou will take the victory in Iowa.
Checker flag.
The run continues. Only his second career win on an oval for Alex Palou, and my word, he had to work for it today. Ganassi back to the fore, Meyer Shank back on the podium. A wonderful run from Marcus Armstrong, his first podium of the season, his first since Detroit in 2024. And Alex Palou, a 7th win of the year, executed perfectly, as always, by Barry Wanzer and the DHL Honda 10 crew.
No donuts, no donuts. Bring it to victory lane.
No donuts. Bummer.
No worries.
Yeah, no worries.
Look after the engine. The historic run continues for Alex Palou. We are witnessing history. There's no two ways about it. The man of the moment, once again, victorious.
That's how